So mapurisa wataya malentona lena yabona yazini ine skill athi ngirecord so why recorder wafaka bo vocalistics nani and his track last year was a banger uyathola so
Biri Marung.
Yeah, Biri Marung. Yeah, Biri Marung.
And by the way, do you guys know that I can speak Chinese?
Oh,
Doi, ni hao ma,
okay, Jingsu.
Why is the march not happening on a day, holiday?
Holiday, yeah.
You know, so that really the economy can be disrupted for that particular day. But the seriousness of this issue.
Dumilang, welcome to Socialites. I am shooting with my lovely co-hosts. I have...
Hi guys, this is Lindo.
Oh yes, the gorgeous Lindo and...
Nkululeko Mahlangu.
Chris Crazy. So guys, welcome to Socialites. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Mona, we are talking about the latest news, what's happening in the world, globally, locally. And by the way, good morning.
Ooh.
Hey. So, you know Kanye, aka Kanye West. Kanye's coming, guys. Is it something that you would go to?
Well, I really like Kanye West. I like his music. I think it is a concert that I would attend. But the only thing is that I know it'll be so packed.
Yeah.
It would be so packed. So I think I just sit it out. But I really like his music. I like him. Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, it gives you that motivation to kickstart your day.
Oh,
so.
yes. Oh, yeah. Mina, I like that one where my listen to this woman. Kanye Mara, no, that guy is talented, hey? Ati, good this lady, say this line. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be nice.
Yeah.
Kanye. And you, yeah?
Jesus. What not? Show me the way, cause the devil's trying to break me down. Jesus.
Do you think?
Angazi man, yes, on and off. We will really never know because another way I act you know, there's something new. Yabona nalomuntu wakhe nje unokugcoka nje izinto nathi singazi-understand so
but utsholo uKanye babukela ama-Kardashian.
Yeah, I used to watch them. I used to really, really love them. Yeah. And they were besties at first.
Exactly.
They were besties and then...
Kanye would tell Kim all the time, like, listen, I don't like this weather, you know? Yeah. So don't you think maybe he likes that?
Yeah, but now, I'm not sure we'll say Usindisi. Makasindisi, he knows umuntu ampela must be.
Yeah.
You're born representable. So I think... Yeah, he might say he's saved, but his actions are definitely something very, very weird.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Kanye is coming to South Africa. Well, he posted good Twitter, he's coming to South Africa, and we have seen most of artists, American artists, when they come this side, bayaz pelatinas ne support, influential, come to South Africa. But also the people that are hosting Kanye as a South Africa, a lot of people are finding them shady. Can you tell us why?
Well, firstly, these people have never really done a concert before. And their Instagram page, guys, only has like 80 followers.
Ooh.
80 followers.
80.
Yes, just 80, less than 100. You know, so I feel like that's such a red flag.
Nah.
Yeah.
But do you think that's a red flag? Is it enough to make people good say just because you don't have a large following as an organization or?
Well, I think for me, it might. It's a bit tricky because maybe one of the people got to connect and, you know, they're confirmed because at the end of the day, why would they say we are bringing Kanye and you know Kanye now you are confirmed, you know, on Twitter? Maybe if there was no confirmation, then we'd see it's an aspiration. Maybe they want him to come, but he confirmed. So I was listening to the radio this morning, but I think they said ama details gahle, like by tomorrow, what's really happening and who's going to represent him when he comes this side.
Also, like South Africans are usually not trusting. You know, if
Yeah.
someone does something really
Exactly.
big, something extraordinary, something that they don't think they themselves could achieve,
Yeah.
then they're always just so skeptical.
Mm.
Like, what if really this company, like you said, got a connect and it just happens to be Kanye?
Yeah.
You know, and for me, the fact that he posted himself that he's coming to South Africa, I mean, he's such a big figure. Why would he want to jeopardize his reputation like that?
Exactly.
You know, so I feel like, hey, as South Africans, we're just not trusting.
We're not.
Yeah, especially when someone just does something extraordinary, then we're like,
Exactly.
we just want to question it. You know?
Because also we've been scammed so much. I'm a Nigeria scammed.
Hey,
Do you know any like Nigerians, guys? I am so sorry, you
Grey-listed.
guys. And
Hey,
you
they
know,
do the most,
they
Laboge.
do. But also you
They
feel
do.
bad, you know, once you hear economy in Nigeria, it's so bad. Cabanga nje, umuntu uzofola iline for ukuthenga isinkwa. You know, but bafole line like
Serious?
a long line ukuthi uyothenga isinkwa. Just bread. So they will do the most ukuthi at least nabo bathole isinkwa, but it doesn't make it right. Yabo.
Oh.
So that's why also I think as South Africans we are
Yeah.
ungaya
Cabanga.
concert nika Kanye.
200 nairas. Tingaka makuthenga isinkwa.
Yo imali nje ogibela iBolt ukusuka la ukuyetsa Kanye. Ngiyakutshela ngikhipha isikhwama.
Ukhona mali. Yazi ngikhumbuzani. Ngiyakhumbula iZimbabwe lesikhathi velisa before i-currency yabo ichinja.
Yeah.
Yo, phela I went there I think
Zimbabwe.
yeah, I went to Zimbabwe.
Nice.
Very beautiful place. But Mugabe was still alive, right?
Okay.
Joe, it's 10 rand. Bothola bo 1,000. Yeah, uthenga ice cream ngade. Ngenye
Bathongo?
nemali. Yeah.
Kashumba.
Kashumba. Economy in low. And I think that's one of the greatest things because I'm not really a big fan of Kanye Wamaji, so I wouldn't go to the concert because nje mina indawo was congested. Nah.
Yeah.
But it is good for your economy because you saw what happened at what is it called? Haikon, where he performed.
Yeah.
Literally, waphakamisa i-GDP yabo. 1.2%.
And this was China, ne?
Yeah, this was China.
Nice.
1.2%. You know how much he
Oh,
made?
that is big.
Yeah, on that
That's
concert.
That is so big.
$52 million.
Yo, imagine guys.
Dollar.
Yo.
Dollar, one concert.
Yes, like, and also thinking about how conservative Chinese people are. I mean, ngisebenza nabo isikhathi eside. So to think ukuthi uKanye, he's that good. Nokuthi unama fans wase China.
Cabang.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
shout out.
No, I just wanted to add, Guti, I feel like when the tickets drop, if they're gonna drop, they'll just be sold out immediately. Like Kanye is loved, guys, like
Yo.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Like he is loved globally. Yo, I think like him coming here would also, uplift our GDP.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like in China.
Nah.
So I don't know, guys. I think we'll just hear from like whenever this company that's hosting him actually brings out or makes a statement about this. So we'll just hear about it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, to add on that, that's actually pretty awesome because imagine if it took Chris Brown 2 hours for his tickets to be sold out. Imagine Kanye.
Yo.
And literally there had to be another batch that was released for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
So you can imagine Kanye. And Chris Brown was here he performed for 2 days.
Yo.
So with Kanye, because we know Kanye is bigger than Chris Brown. Yes, Chris Brown is loved, but
Aye,
you can
but
actually
Kanye-
imagine the numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just that I think it's gonna be so packed. So
Yeah.
don't
but
wanna be
anyway, we'll
there.
just hear how the story develops, guys.
And yabona njengoba like kusho ukuthi like the people that are hosting him are probably flagged kancane ukuthi khona ubushikashiko. Mina ngiyakutshela yabona uThabo Bester if he was out there ani company angayenza ikhampani lokuthengisa amathiki uThabo.
Yo.
What no.
Aye,
But
that
guy how was it? You know, but did you watch the Netflix thing?
I actually saw it. It came out just recently.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really nice. Basically, they covered everything that we've seen up to so far.
Yeah.
It had 3 episodes, and yeah, just seeing them okay, not Thabo and Nandipa, but the people that were close to them, telling the story, you know. And guys, did you even know that Thabo Bester called himself TK Mkhwanazi?
Yo.
Kanti wasn't he Tom Musipe?
Yo.
Listen, like guys, Thabo, I don't know. And but lo muntu lona ne home affairs bebanga na fingerprint wakhe. Literally, angana idea ngana ma fingerprint, so beganga shaya umshika nje and would get away with it. That is why he's been doing crime for the longest time until yena angazi magazoboshwa and they're like no, this person needs to be in our system because how is he getting away with this?
And having these many identities, guys, like how do you have so many identities? Because even Nandipa's best friend who was speaking on the show, like he was introduced to Thabo Bester as TK Mkhwanazi. He really didn't know him as Thabo Bester. So he was shocked. Masese Kumizindaba saying that, okay, this is Thabo Bester. He was like, but this is TK Mkhwanazi. And apparently he's very smooth on the tongue. Like, makhuluma naye bona.
But uchama nabo boy. But uchama uvile policeman was saying ukuthi nathi itself as ngoba la.
But it's too smooth. Like it's too smooth.
Too smooth.
But also allegedly.
Hey.
Allegedly, is it true?
Is it?
Ukuthi ibaby daddy akanandiphi gay.
Hey,
but bambhace an abis nabo boy. Allegedly. Do you think it's true?
I mean, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
And then Nandipa found out, and then she started seeing like abantu, including Uthabo, and that's how they
separated.
Allegedly.
Hey, allegedly, guys, I don't know.
Allegedly, what I heard is that Unandipa is pregnant.
I heard
that while she's in prison.
Yes. That's a good question.
Look at this, right? Look at this. I could believe it because obviously the last time they were at court, there was a bit of a cold shoulder. But this recent time,
this recent,
she
even turned.
Guys. So I'm
like that.
I'm telling you, you're one of these two people. They are literally just like that.
Yeah.
But also, do you feel bad for Nandipa? Because you know the link that you sent us in the morning. Listen, the people here are innocent. And Nandipa was like,
that's my man right there.
But do you feel bad for her?
Guys, she did horrible things. Honestly, like she did horrible things. I feel like she took advantage of her license, of practicing as a doctor and used it for the wrong things.
True.
So she did commit crime. That one, guys, we can't take away from it. And on this Netflix docu at the end, they're saying that she might be getting 10 years in prison, and then Thabo's already serving his life sentence. Do you think 10 years really equates to the crime that she committed? Because really she committed a crime, guys.
You know, but we'll tati dumbula.
Two of them.
And they actually buried, they put like amavorsi namastake in the coffin.
Really? Bafaka amavorsi?
Yeah, bafaka amavorsi nenyama in the coffin, and then bangwaba that, and then for the other person bafaka like maize meal inside the coffin just to create the weight. So guys, that's horrific. That's horrific. Like even his father was speaking on the docu, and and her brother as well. They were like, the father was like, my child, you know, my daughter.
Yeah, the brother is not. They actually not even that close anymore because he's the one, I think, who discovered Ogutina Manu Thabo Bester is not weird TK lo. Because he'd hear ama calls yabona bano Nandipa and chigi segambiza baby. But guys, tell me, how does the husband feel? Remember Utipela, she was married to another protectioner. So how do you think that guy feels, or where is he in this whole thing?
Sure. Well, he said that justice must be served.
Yeah.
That's basically all he said, like justice must be served.
And I mean, I asked why ngicabanga ukuthi also athole 10 years uNandipha ne, because I don't know if you heard, there was a voice note ye called between uThabo noNandipha, and Thabo was like, listen here,
Yo, rough lo mfana.
if I don't, like, you know, mangaktholi manje,
Yeah.
you know. So also I think ukuvela lento le ukuthi maybe bekamthreatenisha,
Yeah.
like, you know, if you don't do this, then you,
No, he sounded very controlling. He sounded very
And
controlling
dangerous.
and dangerous. The way beyakhuluma naye, like if you value someone, if you respect someone, your girlfriend or your wife, like you won't speak to them in such a manner. Like the guy was so rough, the way he spoke to Nandipha. Like just thinking like Nandipha is such a well-known lady, you know, like une practice ama aesthetics, what. And then here comes this guy who speaks to her like just a piece of something. No, it wasn't nice.
It's
Like hearing those
crazy.
voice notes, like, so maybe at courts they just felt like, no, this guy was controlling her.
Yeah.
The maning vele lama voice note.
money.
But to be honest, guys, this guy's very confident. Uthabo.
Very.
Like even the threats, right?
Yeah.
And uzenza zonke lezi zinto lezi, he's in prison. So think about this. In the video I actually sent in the morning, he's speaking about how can I pull all these things? Don't you think that there's certain politicians that are involved? Right? Just like in the escape, the time he escaped in prison.
Yo.
Phela the guy that worked there, right? He spoke about the 7 doors.
Okay.
Tabang, 7 doors before you leave the prison. So he's talking about, commander might open the door. We can't ask questions. We can only ask questions later. So it raises the questions, who is literally pulling the strings behind?
Yeah.
Because even he's confident. Uyazi ukuthi labantu laba baphethe.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly. Because there was a time where he also said that mabambamba, wathi kahle kahle mina ngifele izono zika angaze certain politicians.
Exactly my point.
Stuff along those lines. So uyasho ukuthi naye njengoba hleli nje in prison uphethe igaqa, like
Yo.
Too much.
files of like
Too much.
probably politicians,
Yeah.
etc.
Yo, guys, but is it really love? Lento yakhe noNandipha. Yes, we see them in courts being all lovey-dovey. I love guys. Like they look
Me
so beautiful,
too.
but
Me
apart
too.
from the crimes that they've committed, just looking at them as a couple, they're very like beautiful as a couple. But is it really love? Because if you love someone, would you let them do? Isn't there snacks like that?
No.
Would you put your wife, like Gulega as a man, would you put your wife in such a situation? Would say would say ahambe yabo.
Would you?
Like, I mean, if you love a person, you wouldn't let your partner
Yeah,
do
I
bad
wouldn't.
things.
Unless, like, I don't want to lose the empire that I've built. Yangithola. Ngizokushaya lapho nalapho mara mase ngibona ngathi ayilona uyangilahlekisa. Obviously nami ngizo, because it is an empire that I've built. Because at the end of the day, how is he doing all these things in prison? Uyabo? So anyeke nje i-reputation yami or like my work for my 10, 15 years izomoshwa inside because she doesn't want to follow uyabona
Wave?
specific rules. So obviously iyachinja. So I think that's one of the things where
guys.
uNandipha was like, I dog mina ngiyakhipha wathi uzobona.
But do you see what's in Kulego into ukuyisho?
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you something. Yabona amadoda, they always put themselves first. They always put
All
themselves
the
first.
time.
And yabona uNandipha, mina ngimbona i-victim ukela because naye uyenze into out of love. Abeka uThabo qala without also thinking about the repercussions ezolandela after doing that thing.
Yeah. Just imagine, like when they ran away. She didn't even fetch the kids at school. Guys, how do you
She dropped
abandon?
them
Like,
and then
how
they
do you
left.
abandon your kids?
Tabang, drop the kids, vibed.
Noma bangathi
Guys.
bamfakele ikhathakhatha. Wangeke. Mina, I don't have children, but ngicabanga my dog. That's my baby.
That's your
Angeke.
baby. That's
The
your
love of
baby.
money.
Yes.
It's the
guys,
love of money.
Anyway, uthando guys sizathini?
It's the love of money.
Sizathini?
Sizothini?
Njengolokhuzana ubani urev nolokhuzana nalomfundisi wakhe.
Yo.
Ha.
Mfundisi, why is he still there?
Exactly. Like that lady uyamthuka umfundisi. What are you doing here? So he says, "Pa." So Yeah.
Unandi.
Yeah, Unandi.
Unandi.
Yes. No, that woman, I think she's doing too much. But also, do you think Uguti, before you get yourself in a relationship, the Rev was supposed to at least get you say, yeah, like this woman will she be fit enough who could represent my image as a Rev, Mfundisi, for heaven's sake, you know?
I feel, yeah, like melubheke nawe, you know, the type of person omshadayo, because your partner represents you.
True.
Even when you're not there, like your partner represents you. She's like your mirror, your mirror image. So, guys,
let me ask, Unandi, like, what's her occupation? Because maybe when I'm looking at the Rev, I know how many kids do they have? 7, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yo, that's
Oh, Messiah.
that's a whole team. That's a whole team, right?
Do you want 7 kids?
Mina? No, 4 is enough.
4 is enough.
3.
So selling at 3 months.
Silenga 3. I'm a twins, amantombazana.
And then one more.
And then one more.
Okay.
So yeah, I just think that I think what made him stay more than anything are the kids. And I don't think Unandi was like this. Think about it. I think maybe when things became harder, and then she's like, aye, because she wasn't now getting the benefits of the fruitfulness of the congregation or whatever businesses that they had. So I think, Manji, it's the bitterness of, oh, I can't believe I'm with this useless man. He's using everything. Abantwana bangaga. And I heard you talking about Uguti. They don't even have a house anymore. What happened?
With the 7 kids.
Oh.
Ngaleso sikhathi sisu singaka. Mara nabo bayazala manawa. Ama-contraceptives kanti
Bangasebenzi uyenzani? Ngiyadlana ilanga lonke engeke ngibhekane straight emehlweni ilanga lonke.
True. But also, do you think ukuthi amasonto manje it has become into your business, like this is business. Listen, at church today, so imnikelo yenze boma 25,000. Let's do better next week. Yabo, do you think it's now business, or do you really think ukuthi amasonto amanje they're really concerned about like saving souls, you know, the true gospel? Chris Breezy plus when
Oh, Pastor Breezy. Yeah, please enlighten us on that one.
What do you think about that?
Anything that has to do with church. Okay. So I'm not going to give any biased views, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to have 2 different analogies because we have churches that are like mainstream that are doing very well, right? And obviously they've got investors, kind of like from banks or businesses. So that's why some churches, the truth is not spoken because of the engagements they have with certain parties funding the church, right? And then the other analogy, atis khulume ngamasonto, especially wasekhaya, right? I think basaphetele in the Old Testament, because in the Mosaic law, Levites usually would take 10% from the offerings that the church gives them because they work in the house of God. So since phela abafundisi, it's not just that they preach on Sundays. Kona ama consultation during the week, abantu bayeza nani, so they have to always be there for their congregation. So we do have some churches abathatha their 10%, right? In my knowledge, which is the biblical way. And in these churches, as I've stated that, you know, they're mainstream, they're supported by like big companies supporting their churches. Wow. And then certain topics are not spoken about. So I feel like it becomes greed for others. I would say churches don't make money. I think they become greedy because they're looking at the mainstream and push their congregation over to know, why is it that those churches are making so much money? What is wrong that we're doing? And then now they start implementing things. Because we've had a whole lot of scandals. They go under the water so that they can have people in their congregation. So, you know, you'd have some people in that congregation whereby there's money laundering. Or imali of shiga is going through the church and all of these things, and that's why now they have all these big lifestyles, or they just scam people.
They do.
So as I'm saying, in my view, I think it's both ways. ukuthi, yes, it is a business, but there's a way for it. Some do get greedy, and most of them in the mainstream, as I'm stating, that they are funded by certain companies. So that's why the topic around the faith is not full truth, but what is given.
Yeah, mara silvuleni sonto, guys. Silvule. Mina ngizoba mina angeke. Angeke we are leading people to the truth. Is introduce Jesus ebantwini. We know the scriptures nkuleko.
Yeah, but do you live the scriptures?
Yeah, so
That's the thing.
me, you need to engage with I'm not living the script. I am. Oh. But honestly, I have seen nami ngamehlo wami abafundisi bayenza imali.
Bona bayayenza, guys. Bayayenza.
Like I was visiting a church and then the preaching yakhona, hi guys, listen, we are donating ne ngicela bazonikela nge-5,000 rands beze ngaphambili mwaba yabantu. I'm like,
So they have a certain amount. 5K.
Yes.
But guys,
5K beze my envelope.
Yo.
Imishini yokusa I won't swap and they're swiping back.
I won't stop.
Yo, imagine number 10. That's like 50K already.
Listen, and ukambuzi yonke le mali yo donate.
But remember that it depends, because sometimes it's for there's a revival coming or a
Yeah,
conference,
yeah.
so let's just gather.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
hey guys, we want to extend the church, so
Yes.
can we please have a
I'm a
certain
building.
amount?
Yeah.
Yes. Or isonto lwe Jerusalem, let's take out 30,000, so let's take out 5,000 per month. And then we'll see those who can't come. So it does happen, right? But khona vele labo abapusha abantu ukuthi nje bakhiphe imali yomnikelo because they want to enjoy and continue with that lifestyle, yama Rolls Royce, yama soldier, nan.
Hey, yeah.
Which comes to, do you guys check the story out? North of Durban, Waterloo. There's a church, right?
Yeah.
That they were having all-night prayer.
Okay.
How chiki kumnandi kuyaculwa nani. How 9 p.m. bangenelwa abantu.
Yo.
Phetha amagani. Isonto lakhona I think is Zion Kingdom Catholic Church, yes. Bangena, baphetha amagani, shawe all black, baraklava. But they did not go for the safe. So what they went to is literally congregate. There were 60 congregates.
Yeah.
Bathatha amafoni. I think wabantu abayi 46. Yeah, exactly. So
Yo, that is so hectic.
Bazoqhekeza esontweni.
Kageze Sontweni, imagine. And it's not only the first church, because nyangafunde sinye story. Mpumalanga AMEC literally announced for churches to bump up their security. And now you've got this type of question. What type of God are we serving if we're going to need now security who have guns at churches? Mina ngicabangani?
Yo, guys, you know this economy that we are in. Go rough, guys. Go rough. So other people, maybe they are hustling. This is their form of hustling. Nabo, I don't think ukuthi bayathanda ukugqekeza esontweni, but it's the economy that is creating this whole thing. Yiyo le efostelela abantu ukuthi benze into snacks.
Exactly.
I feel like if the economy was stable, go right yonke into, people wouldn't do these crazy things. But nje, security should be there. You cannot have security.
Exactly.
I mean, vele at my church there are guards everywhere.
Yeah, same
During
here.
the service, around the cars where the cars are parked, there are guards. Yonke indawo. Guys,
Yeah,
go
true.
rough vele.
Kitlala.
Yabona
Yeah,
Kitlala,
Ish,
guys, I'm
ish.
telling you. And abantu abafana noPanyaza Lisufi sebeze nenye into bayibiza ukuthi nazi Spani to actually look into this pandemic unemployment in South Africa. However, yabona into ishoyo ngiyayiva, because you look at countries like China, ne, unemployment rate yase China incane, like ikimbobo yanaliti incane ngaleyo ndlela. That is why when you travel to such countries, crime rate, it's non-existent.
Go
Ayikho.
safe nje, go right.
Safe, exactly. And then you think about countries where unemployment yakhona iphezulu. Angeke uhambe nje ukuphethe ibheki kanje ohluthule endleleni.
Yo,
You know?
I futhi you
Speaking
can't.
about China, I love that. I think we've all seen those videos that circulate. what I like about Chinese, bheka abantwana base-crash bayenzani.
Oh.
Like they already, some
Yo.
are cooking, you know, some are like literally fixing imoto. So imagine with that type of skill and mentality, mabakula. Obviously, it's going to be economy whereby there is no crime because babaqala babancane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thina sibayenzani la.
Oh.
Like go
That's
sad
why-
shame here in South Africa because you find people badala, but they don't have skills.
At all.
You know, back in the day, like when my mom was still in school, 99, she used to tell me like they used to teach them skills. Like she used to say needlework.
Yes.
Yeah, they used to learn skills, guys. I feel like if skills could come back, it could be easy for someone to just start a business.
Yeah.
For me, I truly believe in skills more than knowledge. Yes, I went to varsity. I have got 2 degrees, but
Eish, flex.
no. No, guys, I'm just trying to emphasize with you.
Yeah. Education is important.
Yes.
It's important, but
Yeah. Skills.
skills for me, I
True.
believe in skills
Yeah.
more than the knowledge that we're acquiring from varsity. Because yes, you acquire this knowledge, and then what do you do with it afterwards? So for me, I believe strongly in skills. So I really love what China's doing with
Exactly.
their
Same here.
preschool kids. You know, teaching them a whole lot of things, whether it's programming, whether it's logo builder,
Yeah,
robotics, a lot of
yes,
things, guys. Like,
robotics.
I feel like if South Africa could do that and start these kids at a young age,
True.
yo, ikusasa lethu lingaqhakazeka.
telling you.
Amakwasa-kwasa phela thina into esiyaziyo la.
Uyayibona?
Yazini. And by the way, do you guys know that I can speak Chinese?
Oh,
Doi, 你好，你好吗？我很好，谢谢。
Alright.
我的名字我漂亮。
do, okay, Jingsu.
Nyantela. But anyway, you are very much correct.
Wow.
So let me tell. Also, I think our education system in South Africa, it needs a like umsebenzi. In China, umntana bamqala ngaka. You know,
Yeah.
they find ukuthi, okay, you are good at maybe sports.
Yeah.
So mawkhula, when you go to elementary school, bakufaka esikolweni
Yes,
where
yeah.
they focus on sports. Yes, incwadi zikhona, but you focus more on your skills.
Yeah.
Something and uqala, you know, from childhood. So yeah, 10 out of 10. I think also lento le guys, our education system here to ayikho sharp shame. Hey,
Yo.
like abantu, you know, I was so surprised when I was asked to babysit omunye umntana, a whole child. I think he was in grade 6.
Yeah.
Ngimniki iphepha ngithi kupa ungwale at least ABCs. Akakwazi.
Ayi wena.
Ay,
Also
grade
short.
6.
Six,
That's like a
Six,
12-year-old.
Exactly.
you,
Ay,
Quarter to
bo.
teenager.
And yabona, that made me think ukuthi nase ayihambi ne mara dikolo tsa locationing akitse gore maybe is it indaba yokuthi at homes, you know, they are faced with so many challenges, the parents are not really invested
Yeah.
in their children's education. Umntana, the only thing oqabanga ukuthi mangaphela phatha isigcebhezela nyana ngisifake ngapha ukuthi mangibhala i-test ngizohoba because I don't know what I'm writing, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really sad, man. I think the government and South Africa, they need to do something in educational system in South Africa.
The very that goes back to the economy.
Yes.
Emakhaya, if kunenkinga, like a child won't be able to focus, guys, if they've got an empty stomach. How are you gonna focus? How are you gonna focus
Exactly.
on studying, doing your homework, and all that? Like everything, guys, just goes back to the economy.
So I'd like to add on that. Phela mina, I have a son. My son is actually in grade 12. I mean,
Hey, sekuthi mahlangu.
yo,
Mahlangu. Yabona.
hi, I'm CK. I'm not that old. Hey, it was a mistake.
How old are you?
Literally, Kichima Phela, over 40 something.
Yeah. Say,
Okay.
wait, if unomntana asikhethe ne
Yeah.
nje if ubona umntana vele wenza matric, it means bozo ngabe umthole unangaki.
Oh, manje, at this
Yeah,
age,
yeah.
I was maybe 12.
Sure.
Kabanga, kube ngina 12. Yeah.
Oh, so you were saying?
Yeah, so my son is in grade 12.
Nah,
grade
bo,
6.
Messiah, memkhulu.
No, man.
Yeah.
That's why. No, on the rails now.
Okay.
He's in grade 6, right?
Yeah.
So my son is in a private school.
Oh.
And
Nice.
I'd like to say I don't think that it might be the economy. but I think it is the service delivery in township schools.
Okay.
Because the syllabus is, it's like vele bafune baqede. Because mawuthi uyabheka 30% pass rate.
What?
In private schools, it's 50%. So you see, Wuti, they're cultivating the person.
Yeah.
Emalokishini, abantwana, they are not given, you know, those extra curriculums whereby akufana nabo ma-chess, you know, to stimulate their minds, extra classes when it comes to mathematics. Hayi, bona mabaqedile nje bayahamba bayodlala ekasi.
True.
So into engibonile, because last week my son, they were doing a fundraising at school, and check how cool this is, right? So we as parents, we are taking them to Spur. So bakhulumeni Spur, what they're doing is that they are shadowing our waitresses, so they are the ones that are serving us.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is so nice.
yeah, they're
Wow.
teaching them first job, responsibility, and then what work is. So obviously, as parents, we are the ones buying, and then sobanika matip if it's for a good job. So I think it's our educational system that has to improve.
Yeah.
Because emakasi ngibonile ukuthi we do not have that same information as private schools.
Yeah,
Uyabona?
the resources are lacking.
The
Like you were
resources are
saying,
lacking.
ama-chess, nani. Vele in most of the township schools, they don't have those resources.
Exactly.
Even when it comes to sports, there are no soccer fields, there are no netball fields.
True.
So, yabo nje, into kanjalo,
And
shame.
yazi sorukena kalhanung ne.
Yeah.
Yabona into ulinda ikhulumayo. Mina bengifunde lokishini primary. I went to a township school, so lokishini, you know, and then bangithatha when I was doing my grade 7 ngaye Brakpan primary. Mangifike Brakpan primary beqala nje ukuhlala nje cabanga umlungu la osacela ukuboleka iball pen ngimangela ukuthi yini manje ngaleso sikhathi lesilungu. And then but after school, you know, guys, stay behind. Yini ama-athletics.
Yeah.
Bengiqala ukuyibona leyo nto ukuthi
Yini athletics?
after school kuyogijinywa, siyagijima, inoma lento. Like, so imagine how many kids elokishini are going through that.
Yebo.
Like it's a iyathusa. Like once you get ukuthi after school siyagijima for ini kunama watho those people abanazo that's why also inyawupi igqwele kangaka emalokishini because abantwana they get introduced kulezinto babancane.
Exactly.
Udibona every day after school ngawutswa ubona bathu batsuba lwena oyiphuthu rokushapa ababona umntana wenza grade 6 ubhema cigarettes yini yona lento leyo
Because they don't have those extra
abekho p
Curriculums.
yes.
yabo.
So mama, let me ask you guys a question. So if they ask you to, but in whatever budget, imali uyifunayo nayi, bambi South Africa for a year, what are some of the changes that you would do?
For me, I'd build skills development centers all over the country so that people learn skills, whether it's uktunga, like, so that after that, maybe, let's say, we offer them a course for a year or 2 years. After that, umuntu akwazi ukuziqalela a business.
Nice.
So for me, I'd invest a lot of the money into like developing skills development centers so that the youth can actually go there and learn these skills. Then after that, they are able to start their own businesses. And also,
Exactly.
while they are learning these skills, also learn financial literacy or financial education because
True.
you do need to know how to
Handle money.
how to run your own business. You know, so that is what I would invest in.
Exactly. That is why namhlanje sinale show I blew it. Yazi I blew it ngizithi inhliziyo khulunga kanjani abantu bayibhubhudla imali. Because they don't know how to handle money.
Yes,
you
guys.
know?
They were never
Exactly.
taught. Yeah.
And when
So you're right. They were never taught how to handle money. I like what Lindo has said. Also, same here. I'd literally teach them skill. Firstly, I'd teach them skill, and more than anything, I think ukala phakathi, like confidence. Young building confidence, and more than anything, abantu, especially who come from townships, I would instill this type of discipline. Ukuthi, rather than when you make it, you leave that community. Build the mindset of adding that value to those in the community so that you can grow that community. So imagine now our townships whereby we have people who have this skill, they come back and be like, let's create some estates. Let's create young because when they're creating that, they're creating more opportunity within the community. Because now we're gonna have more gardeners, now we're gonna have more builders, now we're gonna have more security because we are growing, we are growing our community. So basically teaching people not to depend on the government, but to literally be a community that grows. Yes, like I'm a community of China, Indian communities, they're not waiting.
Hey, Indians.
Exactly.
Indians.
Literally, they can get a mansion. It's a family of 12. They all work together. They pay that. So they make sure they like literally neighbors and they building that environment or the community. That's why their communities are literally always improving because it's not a segregated mindset. I want to be better than the next, but building together. And I think that's what we need more than anything as the Black society. Ama centers whereby Azus Fundisa to not have that segregated mind, but to work together so that we can achieve more.
Exactly. And I think also what we are living in manje, after effects of apartheid. You know why I'm saying that? Because literally people who lived our parents, just now. That is why also I wanted to ask you guys, don't you guys think ukuthi snacks nyana mawucabanga service delivery yomuntu omnyama mawuqeda uqabanga service delivery yomlungu yazi ukuthi hayi ebalungini ngiyazi ukuthi angeke ngisokolele lezi zinto kuhamba smooth, but umuntu omnyama njalo most of the time 60% 70% of the time ukuthi they
drag their feet.
Discipline. Like discipline. So you can imagine, Pella, these people, the white people, have literally conquered for 400 years.
Yes.
So you can imagine the discipline that isekazini.
Yes.
And the manditina black people, sibambi moyeni. It's not like we were also taught about service delivery. It's as I'm saying, it's a segregated mind because as black people, whether you have a business or whatsoever, it's not initially about giving back, but it's about the profits that you make.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just want to secure the profits. That's it.
And just like umapurisa, na yangisho uyatrenda manje ngendawo zokuthi uhlala sibheka yena, and then other people he doesn't really care about them. What is the story behind that, Vele? But when then nanufana?
What I know, right? Gahle. So this is the backstory. The backstory, ilena ukuthi uguy ne why keeping he tried promoting it himself ku TikTok nani, but people obviously abamazi, so it didn't blow up. So maphorisa wataya malento ona lena yabona yazini ine skill athi ngirecord. So why recorder wafaka bo vocalistics nani, and his track last year was a banger. We are told. So
Biri Marung.
Biri Marung. Biri Marung. Sorry guys, secular music in me.
What was you believe? Biri, like Marung, like clouds, like mean like rain.
Be a cloud.
Oh my God, Messiah! No.
Okay.
Raising your glass to the clouds, like.
Like chairs.
Yes.
Okay. Which one is an Ola?
Leola.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
I thought you said Utinu Malume.
Kulego.
Utinu Malume.
Kulego, you're so cheesy.
Why is Kulego so when in your everyday life? It's so too.
Yo.
Really?
No,
okay, at least.
When it gets intense, I'm like, I was like,
my God.
That's how I'm like. Uthini umalume?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to that whole thing, they traveled to Nigeria, right? And then mabafika khona uboy sakangena live angasaskhishi sikananti isililo. Nisho bese kanjani amazulu? Akhishi angasakhali. Yo, I felt so bad for him. Ubani bakhala kanjani? Wena.
There's a video
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Ayangazi ukuthi ubani loyo. So he remade that crack and uyakhala. I think usebenzise AI and it's showing that kid.
When I get kukhala uhleze emazweni.
Ooh, guys,
Imagine
language.
dude.
But it's a lie.
When
Because
He's lying,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's lying. Because the thing is, basically, Umapurisa put this kid on.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that now because he's got that track. No Mapurisa after Scorpion Kings Nakona. I feel like he has that entitlement because Mzulu Guma live Chigi Chigi Utuguma Purisa Chigi Chigi. Now the government is at fault. Chigi Chigi now. He's talking about his friends. Youngstana took him out. Youngstana wrote a message. Actually, these are the type of people that we do not need in the industry. Whereby umuntu kai opportunity, utuyagneta, and you do this because that trip had nothing to do no Maporisa. They just planned it. Nabo DJ ba okay. Exactly. If I had my classes at that, see that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Abantu abamnyama, guys, like, why is it that when you try to help a person, they just want to drag you down? Like, guys, I don't like what they're doing to Maporisa. Like, they always, like, he takes you from nothing and makes you something.
Yeah.
And then basically you come back and say, hey, Pori, this and that. No, guys. And then this is what a lot of black people like to do. If there's another black person, obasizayo, yes, bajabula at that moment. Then after a while, sabajigela manje.
Exactly.
So we enemy manje. Like, guys,
I understand.
No, I don't like that.
But I'm sure Naima Porisa at this point, I think he has that thing good. He knows now. It doesn't shock him anymore. Good, yeah. But also the industry, guys, I want to industry in Mina, honestly, like if I had to motivate abantwana, that say good, oh, Isaiah, oh, Lindo, what advice do you have for us? Go to school. Industry when would you push someone to be like good entertainment and because most of the time most of our artists like yes uzoduma, but after a certain number of years actresses same and then so I feel like maybe also there are no laws that protect them or would you push umuntu ukuthi angene ku industry like a child?
No, I feel like if you are in the entertainment industry, at least also try to have something on the side. Don't fully depend on it. Because now must say if like maybe something happens to them, then sebazoqala donations yabo into kanjalo, like at least have something. And then ungangena ku entertainment industry unlike ukuthi ucabanga ukuthi okay you're going to depend fully on it. I really I feel like at least have something to fall back on or to boost this entertainment side of you.
So let me be honest. We are new in the entertainment space, especially when it comes to acting. So I'm looking at myself, which was 2013 when I studied film and TV production techniques. I was passionate about acting, but because acting wasn't that big, let me just have something to fall back on, which was the production behind the scenes, right? So I think it is a good and it's good and it's growing very well. It's just that, excuse me, it does not give them a security. Like manje, a whole lot of actors, if you are bigger, in the past 5 years, they were doing well. But what changed? Influencers started coming in. So now productions are looking at what? They're not looking at talent. They're looking at numbers.
The numbers.
Because they also want their shows to trend, to make money. And I think that's the whole, that's the whole thing of it. And in a corner, I think it must have a contract because in most sets, it's per call. It's only like major roles whereby they're gonna have a contract. Okay, so shoot now for 6 months, we're gonna be paying you this amount of money. But most actors, it's just you are paid when you're on set. And you can literally be on set for 1 week.
Yeah.
We and 25,000, but 20 days our savings. And then now immediate tax, it's higher than our regular tax. It's like 25%.
Yes.
So you can imagine. So you're right by saying that I think with the money that they make, they should start something eceleni. That's why most actors now, especially laba bakudala, they're starting agencies wabo or coaching lessons, which is still not working because now people who are just on social media, they just work on growing their accounts and then they become famous and then they get roles.
Exactly.
Which is killing the whole purpose of the growing industry. But the reason it's because it is toxic.
It is.
It is very toxic. And there's certain things you'd have to do whereby they're against you.
Okay.
But because ufuna ukukhola bazokutshela ukuthi no wonke umuntu uqalela wadwa uqalela. Remember Uputas before he became this guy. He used to do gay scenes back in the days. You understand? So you
shout out to the LGBTQ plus community. Halala, Rainbow Nation.
So you understand that you have to put yourself within that character.
Yeah.
And some other people, they find themselves in these situations because there's a character they denied.
Yeah.
And then now in the movie industry, in the space, in the media space, bayakhuluma phela.
Yeah.
Hayi lona uyahlupha lona. Akafuna ukwenza ama-role asona akaso lona uhlale and that's how they also take you out because they're within constant communication.
Stupid sokuvela abantu abafana nomakoto bathi uya-actor. When uyamazi umakoto uke hambona TV. Mina zonke.
Mina honestly, I've never seen her.
Exactly. Mina na umuntu nke ngambona and ngimkhulumeli ngikule unke wavela ku rhythm sitha ngisho.
Yeah.
I'm an actress. Actress yakuphi? We don't know her. And imagine, do you think ukuthi also because bekase showing angisho and she also presented herself as an actress. Do you think ukuthi ama show manje like abo Skim Sam whatever bazombiza because obviously we want to see the skill ukuthi vele uya actor and izo booster if your ship. Do you think that's going to happen?
Hey, angazi.
Mfazi wakho utafaka nerigo.
No comment. Ngoba the next thing ngizocomment anina ngendlela ngisho.
Okay.
Ito episode athi ubuwakani la.
Yeah. Wena nkuleka. I kuleka no, angiyakuhlonipha bro. Me myself, I don't think I'd be able to withstand that. Angeke.
Are you strong, Shema, must say?
But your love conquers all.
Asithi isicwezelo sakho ngifuna ukubiza ngisithakazele ngifuna ukusibiza mahlangu
angisazi
kuleko homework
no actually remember last week I told you guys ukuthi mina vele like unkulunkulu from the isithakazelo some probably ivesi lisebhayibhelini yabo
okay awubiza scripture C1 lapho
ufuna ngibizele iscripture C1 Matthew chapter 6 verse 33 but first seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness and everything shall be added so kahle we should not
Jesus
prophetess
but
guys, speaking of married at first sight guys Themba I'm so disappointed.
Themba lokuthi lona mara mina ngambona DJ does he DJ bamfanele mina ngathuka bathi DJ
bamfanele nami when I saw him ngathi he's a DJ I was like okay he didn't have a typical DJ look
true.
But now ngoba sekwenzakala kanje ama actions wakhe
abo DJ
guys babadlala ogel
Mara. But you know the gents are but also yabona bogeli like ugeli umvile this is my husband I don't care ukuthi ulobolile I don't care I could not believe it
mose mathandweni
love
yeah mose mathandweni guys kuyafana nomagudumane yabo
exactly
naye usuke wenza izinto
exactly true
no but guys honestly I really didn't like the fact that he lied to the wife and said he's going to act kanti uyofuna umfazi guys or maybe maybe he really just wanted to boost his DJing career.
Yes.
And he was really tested
Oh.
and
Yeah, and he
actually fell in love.
Yeah.
But do you
True.
also think maybe it could be midlife crisis because he's 40?
Yeah,
You know how
40.
men or husbands are? Like, angaba a good, loving husband and all that. Then mafia go midlife crisis guys sekajikela ifamily yakhe ujikela umndeni wakhe yakhohlwa ukuthi lo mfazi lo ungizalele abantwana.
Wena.
Yabo into kanjalo.
Exactly, true. And also uphume endlini uthi no. Mina ngisayosebenza so that at least endlini yabona ngizongena imali. Even while he was eshowini, he was texting the wife ukuthi I'm working. You call this work?
And also, and also just telling her, "Guti, I love you.
Wena.
You know, I'll always love you." Marangapa,
And
chigi.
also kwavuka lento ukuthi uhlangane you know usibonona I thought ukuthi it's like yabona igama lokuteketisa
Yeah.
umuntu it made me uncomfortable kanje no usibonona no yes sis mara also kuvuke lento leyo ukuthi uhlangane noSiponono while Siponono was 15
Yeah.
and he was 21 so also kuba nalento leyo ukuthi umgrumile like ugrume uSiponono
Yeah.
that is makaqeda umtshela ukuthi ungayi esikolweni mina I will take care of you ha Themba
Hey, no, guys, shame. I feel like he was wrong.
kakhulu
He was
but
wrong.
also character yakhe
Now that
nje.
umfazi sekamzalele ingane, obviously when you have kids, your body changes and stuff like that. Maqeda sozomjikela, guys, on national television.
ha
That is not nice.
that's not nice
Uthi lo mfazi, all these years that she spent with you, what must she do with them?
exactly ngoba
The kids are gonna see this one day when they're older. No, guys.
and
no.
on top of that utshela umntana abantu ukuthi angayi esikolweni wathi wena uzomnakekela wenze so manje uhleli raising 2 of your children Themba 2
Yo, no,
Cabanga.
guys.
Also phela manje uThemba njengoba sekangenile lana uyenza Themba ibaby tang isithembu
Shukuthi sithembu.
Hi guys, unelisa uzovuma ngeke ayivumeleyo.
mara naye oblivious man
Yo.
Where's
No, but she's in love. I feel like we should put her aside. She's in love. Like vele yena, she came here looking for marriage. Yabo, into iPhone. She did not know ukuthi kuzoba namabomshela angaka. uThemba usese nomfazi back at home. Yabo, ube namanga kakhulu guy. Guys, ube namanga kakhulu. I didn't like that about him. I really
Exactly.
didn't like. Nanokuthi manje. Okay, maybe bebakhuluma nomfazi wakhe uSiponono ukuthi okay, baby ngizohamba, I'm going to hustle for us, yabo. Mase afika lapha, useyabonisha ndapha maye sekamkhohlwa. No, guys.
But guys, ngifuna ukunibuza ne because there's this important factor. And I see that it's something that was trending as well. What is your view on what the expert said, Utabang to Uspodon? Because remember that they were all sitting together, right?
Yeah.
And then she said, okay, you now, Sponono, must accept this. Oguti, this is Themba's wife. And then when a Sponon, and then what to Nelisa, you must accept that this is Themba's baby mama. So how do you guys feel about that?
I must.
No, the thing is, the context for me is that Anisho Uspodon took out the receipts, Oguti and stuff. So now I think it's the terminology of respect the wife, respect the baby mama. You know, what happened to the title Oguti? Okay, I just showed you the information. Oguti, this person actually did pay for me. So what's your take on that? Especially with the experts saying something like that. Do you think maybe it was just to tone things down or just to like brush things under the rug? But how do you feel about that statement? Because it's been something that's been trending. Uguti, the whole thing is being dismissed. Uguti, Uspodon was literally like the first wife.
Mina ngibona ngathi uyabona the conversation shouldn't be good the two ladies. Umuntu ufanele babhekane naye uThemba because number one he's the one that lied nje.
He lied.
Uqambela uSiponono amanga, uphinda uqambela
Nelisa.
Naye, you know. So the real culprit uThemba mina mangibhekile I don't know.
Nanokuthi why mase kumele aconfrontiwe umuntu ngiyahamba mina ngihamba ubalekelelani iqiniso.
Yeah, she is.
Why are you running away?
Yeah, she is.
No, hlala. Ay, ungiborile shem. And I used to like them. They were like my favorite couple. until kuphuma le ndaba lezi.
Yo.
No guys, like really uSponono umzwisile ubuhlungu. Yabo la futhi angidine khona tu. Angisho uSponono said that bona they got bagcina to have sex. Yabo, and then so now I don't remember who asked, but they asked Themba and Nelisa, have you guys, or did you guys have sex in the first week? Because Themba lied and said to Sponono, we didn't have sex. So Nelisa answered, yes, we did have sex in the first week. And then Themba say every day. It's like he's rubbing it in, guys. It's like he's rubbing salt on an open wound. Like, why would he do that?
No.
Like, why? Asali, you were not having sex with Sponono, but don't rub it in like that. At least Onelis is like, yes, we did have sex in the first week. He's like, baby, say every day. How must Sponono feel? But I feel like Sponono must love herself and just as in as keep the situation, guys.
And just
she must just love herself and as born her worth. She will find someone genuinely. Yo mara nje uvelo angibora uThemba, guys. Ngivele ngafi because I'm a mom of 2.
Yeah.
Yabo sengifela guys, okay. I know how it's like ukuzala umntwana, like your body will change, you will just change.
Yeah.
Yabo so ngifela ngathi uThemba manje ufika la eshowini ubona kunabonelisa abantu abafresh. Nelisa vela vele kudala wagcina uba nomntwana, like umntwana yakhe mudala, guys. So she has had a long time to work on her body and all that. Muhle, she's very beautiful and petite. Now abantwana bakhe uThemba, they're still young, so umfazi wakhe yabo. And now masakabona uNelisa sekabona ngathi umfazi wakhe uyangibhora manje lo ngiyamshiya. No guys, that's not fair. What must she do, like the years that she spent with him?
Yeah. Also mina ayazi into enye ngicabangayo ne, I think abanikazi bale show leya banipike ngamabomu. I mean, ngibona ngathi banipike ngamabomu ngathi bebazi, because there's no way. Yabona uThemba angimazi, but immediately ngale phone I can find out everything. So ama aspects couldn't they find out ukuthi uboy nobantwana ukhipha amalobolo wenze
nanokuthi bahlala bonke endlini neSponono. Hayi guys.
Exactly. So I was ukuthi it genuine le show yenu Nkuleko mara is it genuine?
To be honest, guys, mina on my side, phela we went through various steps, right? And psychometric tests, all of these things. Yabona about my blood test and stuff like that.
Because blood test?
Yeah, people wanna go to have an STI or STD or HIV. Yabona if you're taking PrEP or not. Yes, exactly. Obviously, you know, I'd love to say so much on the topic, but it is disappointing. You know, it's not just a journey. You wake up and you're like, let me, you know, it takes a mentality. It takes you building yourself. It takes you, because now you're going to be living your life each and every day and you're going to be judged by people. That's all. So I totally do agree with you. The people that were actually doing the research based on us has to be investigated. Not that only one person was affected or two, but like, you know, it gave literally all these couple a certain experience of the opposite of what they wanted to experience.
Exactly. Like a person that is totally different from you. Are you okay? Hold my hand. Are you okay?
I'm sharp.
I'm fine. 24 September, which is
8/21, isn't it?
It's the 22nd today. It's basically after Ksasa.
Guys.
Yo.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah.
But saying 8/23, he rapture. 8/24 March.
Hey.
So who's responsible for this march? What happened?
It was running on social media. I think youth guys, shout out to Ama Gen Z.
They standing on business.
No, Ama 2000 amanje no ngiyabahlonipha. Hey, like when you guys attack and you are fighting for something, you really stand on business. And I really hope it becomes but a peaceful march. The unemployment in South Africa, because honestly speaking, abantu baya esikolweni ufunda uzuqede and then uhlala ungayenzi next yabona. So
yeah, Shem, that's the most painful thing, guys. In the way, unemployment is so huge in this country. It's huge, like, and it's totally unacceptable.
Exactly.
It's so unacceptable. So yeah, I feel like the march is valid.
Yeah.
You know, but izoyenzeka ngempela, guys, because it's Pride Day. It's Heritage Day. You know, there's a lot of a lot of activities that are happening on that particular day. So I don't know. Do you think it's gonna happen?
Oh, I think I know. Bani, ngatukeli Sandra, RCL, that lady was a school in.
Yeah.
But shout out to her, guys. Really shout out to her because now we've got umuntu ofana Mkhwanazi taking care of corruption, crime. Sekhona bo Sandra manje standing up for the South African youth. Because vele, if not her, if not the Gen Zs, who are going to be standing up for?
Exactly. And yabona abantu abafana noPanyaza Lisufi ne, he has introduced a program ebabizwa ukuthi nasi Spani. That program beyikhona I think a few years ago.
Yeah.
It really didn't, you know, work well. Bebangabhadala abantu on time, and that whole thing was to ukuzama ukwehlisa lento le unemployment in South Africa. So kwaqhashwa nje nqwaba yabantu. So I'm sure nani benibona endleleni you see people batopa, you know, dipampiri nyana, you know. So job creation in that regard, yes, it worked, but it had its own ups and downs. Nokuthi nje, what skill are you learning? What skill are you gaining from Topi Pepper? You know, uyofaka CV angazi man. You know, so do you think ukuthi leyo nje program yenasi Spani ukutopa amaphepha, ukupen, okay, I can't say painting. But topa amaphepha kuphela nani futhi?
Is that it?
Yes.
Mara guys,
You pick it up, Muslim.
I feel like kudlala ngabantu lokho, guys, because what are they learning at the end of the day? Mele umuntu vele uCV abhale ukuthi
you
bengidopa amaphepha.
Exactly.
No, guys, like what experience are you gaining there? Anyone can pick up a paper. Ngisho nomntwana ofunde crash.
Yeah, but guys.
Yabo. And futhi bahola malini kuleyo nto?
1.7
1.7.
Yes.
There's no way.
I'm telling you.
All I heard is that they received a tender, right? And they were supposed to pay them 1,000 rand. But that company ended paying them 350. Kabanga, guys.
Hi.
Cities Funu
Mara, what do you do with 350? Like,
but
what do you do with 350?
you can't do much. Kwamanje njengoba yabona South Africa shem at least yakwazi ukunakekela abantu bayo ngendaba zama yilama 350 la abantu bahola, but that's not it man. Like create jobs. Yabona inasi Spani ne, it's a very good thing, but I think it needs a little bit of working on. It's a very good thing ukuthi at least bayenze, because at the end of the day umuntu omnyama kahleli lokishini uzothi kungcono ukuthi ngihambe ngedobhe paper than ukuthi ngihlale endlini ngingasebenzi, you know. So and then bayenza lento mabaceda babhadala abantu babanikeza 350.
No, 350 incane, guys.
That's nothing.
I feel like maybe abantu they really should go and do the march. Like it's enough now, guys.
Definitely.
It's enough. Like abantu bahleli vele emakhaya, they don't have jobs, they don't have anything. But so ukuthi it's a Pride Day. Abantu, will they actually go? You know, because also on social media people were saying, but why is the march not happening on a day engasi holiday? You know, so that really the economy can be disrupted for that particular day. Bazobona the seriousness of this issue.
Exactly.
Why on a holiday? Other people were saying, but guys, on a holiday that means a lot of people will be able to attend. Ngapha other people are like, nge-holiday mina ngifuna ukuphumula guys. Ngiyasebenza kabasheyi, like I just want to rest.
Exactly.
So,
babangaqimi Wi-Fi. Yabona baqimi Wi-Fi. But tata phone, sonke will be attending that much ngiyakutshela, but so much when you can still be comfortable angazi. But also just as we were saying, a big shout out to our 2000 guys now wenza umsebenzi and bayasupportana labantwana. So the fact ukuthi kuzovuka umntana ofana no Sandra say something like that, obviously, you know, it's gonna be good, and but it's gonna be a peaceful march. So we really pray and hope ukuthi iba peaceful ngoba amaphoyisa amaphoyisa bayabadubula labantu, you know. And speaking of amaphoyisa noMkhwanazi naye udrop ama-bombshell lapha ku hey were you guys watching? It's trending.
Oh yes, dude. Didn't you see that interview whereby they were actually speaking Bheki Cele, and Bheki Cele, you know, started disrespecting Mkhwanazi, calling him a boy. And
Sibindisa lo
we're like,
baba.
what the heck, dude? You couldn't even do a fraction of what Mkhwanazi is doing right now.
Into engibengifuna ukuyisho because ungiyabona lento ne ukuthi since ucela phumile ukuthi I-crime rate ithe kancane when he was a minister of police.
Yo.
Yeah. Jozi Central. Have you been Central Jozi?
Yo, guys, I've been there. I've been there. Yo,
It's essential.
it's something else.
Exactly. Ngiyathusa like no muhambo uthi ngizokhikhishwa lana like ngiyathusa, you know. And manje njengoba Mkhwanazi sekakhona uba ukhipha kwaSun, he's exposing ubiza no Ramaphosa, even Ramaphosa khona ne.
So
It's hectic.
manje Mkhwanazi just FYI ngifuna ukubuza because ngibona him ukuthi uHelen Zille is going to become mayor yaseJoburg.
Yeah.
So
Eish.
yini bayasebenzisana Mkhwanazi?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so though. I don't think so. I think no. Mkhwanazi, I love what he's doing with the law of South Africa as a whole. KZN Seba, you know. I remember usakhumbula I just remembered something. So bekhona enye intombazana yangale eMashona Tsakano or something.
Yeah.
Intombazana lena ngathi bayi kidnap, ithi mabacotha kuyi kidnap, lo muntu omkidnapile wahamba waye KZN to hide. Khona zaza ngahleke naye. Bangifonela ngabo 5. Isaya kuyadudulwana lana. Wathi thatha nama video. Abomkhwanazi bafikile namaphoyisa banga. They shot 2 of them. Bona la baba
Babatholile.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mkhwanazi, like he's a realist.
Mano Mkhwanazi. Yeah. Lo baba lo uyasebenza. Bekatshela nama taxi driver. Did you see that video? Atha no. Nisibangela umsindo.
And then he's so calm.
I know that guy.
Like akathuswa ilutho. Like he doesn't have fear, like zero fear. You know, he's really
He's
doing,
working, ne?
Yeah, he's working. He's working.
Ati lapha you know, I didn't know ukuthi iGucci bag costa malini, and then I heard it from my wife. Yo, I'm a girl ku TikTok athi ngomshatile lo baba. The girls are so hurt, you know, with he's married. Do you think he hides? Like, do you think like Magaya endlini, like he doesn't, like, you know, because it's dangerous. Like keep him a file, you know.
Keep him a file phela abanye banga.
For abocele, the ministers, the
everything,
generals.
Politicians, like
he definitely must be
they're not.
protected.
And you know what I like about him is that now other people, whether black or white, they are coming out. Since he's exposing all this corruption.
Yeah.
They're speaking about actually the corruptness. So manje sesiya understand ukuthi
Exactly.
Lily Queen njengoba sijola lamathi tibuyaphi imali le.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's corruption.
Namanje uTebogo Bejane le ntombazana lepakile. Angisho naye bebamkhombe ngamagani nini imoto yakhe because bekajola no Vusmuzi Matlala da. The same Vusmuzi uMkhwanazi washo ukuthi lena lo Vusmuzi unje nocele.
Sure.
Athi unje uyabona ukuthi ukhipha amafile angakanani.
Ukhipha amafile lo baba.
Imagine a former police minister uskimana kanjani nabotsotsi. Do you understand how big that is?
It's very big.
Yo, that's hectic.
But
and for him to say, for Ubecele to say ukuthi Mkhwanazi umfana, maybe he's just trying ukumvala, you know, to discredit his work, his amazing work that he's doing.
Yes.
So but I'm really glad at least we've got someone like Mkhwanazi in this country.
Yes,
definitely. Someone who still loves this country, who still cares about it. So yeah, man, shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Mkhwanazi. Wow. No, but honestly, I really hope like I'll be safe, hey?
Yeah.
Like I really hope you'll be safe, Manier, because Lord have mercy, isn't does keep high.
Yeah.
But also, do you think Uguti, like his family dynamic and everything, it's a secret? Like agafuni ukuthi, because he can't even shake hands, you know. Like last bebathi bayamkhawula bobo munye wendi wambheka, and then he was just like
no.
What?
That is actually heavy. Bheka lesikhathi yokhuluma, there was already a bottle of water.
Yes.
And then he removed it and he took out his own water.
Oh.
Uyabona ukuthi akathi
Yeah.
wena
He
uvele nawufana
understands.
kuhleli benjalo vele and noma khuluma isandla sihlezi silafikini. Uyabona?
Bamba isibhamu.
Yeah.
Ukuthi
Well, one
any wrong
mistake.
move.
No, but shout out to him. Hey, you know,
Yeah.
he's doing a fantastic
True,
job, and
true.
I really hope. Okay, I have a question. Ne? Do you guys think Uguti, if we have younger ministers, because badala man labantu,
guys.
73.
70, abo age, not 71. No.
Betwanga enjoy
No, I feel
nje.
like we need fresh blood
Yeah.
to govern this country. At least people will come with better ideas, a fresher perspective on
Yes.
everything. You know, at least abantu baguma late 40s or mid to late 40s,
Yeah,
50s.
50s.
Hi guys, I think ngaba ngcono yazi.
Exactly.
At least lawa bantu vele they're gonna be here maybe for another generation, another 30 years
Of
at
course.
least. Manje laba baguma 70s.
Yeah, and I have a thought actually.
Sure.
What about you guys? Actually drop on the comment section. Tell us, who do you think, would be like good to represent our country? Like young, fresh, reliable people. Example, abafana no Mkhwanazi within
yes.
the law enforcement.
Oh, yes.
But imagine like in states of Boma ANC or EFF or whatsoever, who do you think would literally be the best candidates? Because sizovota manje man.
Oh, yes.
You understand? Which is very
Hey.
important. So
Yeah.
I'd like to know what your views are on and which leader are you looking at whereby we can try and support in South Africa, don't you think?
Yo, yes, njengoba khuluma kanje ungikhumbuza something. There's a video engiyibonile ne. Yabona labantu be-ANC. I think it's a minister or yini, but umuntu wesikhundla nje ku-ANC baselokishini yabona. You know what she said? She's like, yo, siselokishini bheka sidlana namotwana. Yabona izinto sizenza for amavote and they laughing. And abantu like people of the community are laughing like elokishini like bheka nje sidlana nani. Yazi izinto sizenzayo ukuthi abantu basivotele. Hawa guys, saze sadeleleke South Africa mara yazi.
Yeah, no shame.
Do you guys know the president yase Burkina Faso?
Aish. Asibazi.
Yazi makhonakala ngikuthi ningapaste isithombe sakhe la. And he's so young. Yabona lo bhuti loya ne. I didn't know of a country babiza iBurkina Faso. That country is doing fantastic because the president number one is very young.
Nice.
That guy.
80 something.
I'm telling you.
That is nice.
I'm telling you. That
Yo,
guy is
we
so
need
young.
that, guys.
For my 30 something.
We
know.
need that.
And a country like I think it's Muslim or something about.
Yeah.
So labantu bama Muslim bebathi bafuna ubanika imali ukuthi bakhe isonto lama Muslim. You know what he said? He's like, no. He said, no. Letani le mali ngakhe ama factory abantu basebenze bathola imali. Ngazongitshela ngifuna ukunika imali ukuthi ngingakhe isonto. You know? And that touched me. And amuhle kanje ngicela umplage. Nobody lawyer and he's doing a fantastic job. So the fact that we still have people like that in Africa, there's hope, you know?
Hey, there's
and I
hope.
really
There's
hope
hope.
ukuthi nathi kube njalo like
I hope so. I hope one day we can also get there. You know, even in Botswana,
yeah.
the president is young.
Yes.
He's young. Even some of the ministers, they are young.
Really?
There's the minister of youth, if I'm not mistaken. Begu Miss Botswana, I think Miss Botswana 2024.
Oh,
Like she's
nice.
young. So nje ku cabinet yakhe there's some young people nalo wama minister of minerals and whatever. It's a young lady, guys. I feel like
Definitely.
Lama countries will just overtake as South Africa.
Exactly,
I
they
really
will.
we need to up our game, guys.
We have
Ngoba
to.
angeke
We need to upskill basically like the coming generation rather than just being enslaved into work
Yes.
blindly. Start like a foundation. You know, if you have a certain idea, work on foundations, as you stated. Start a business. I mean, guys, come on. If you want me to be president, just tell me. I'm creative.
If you could be president,
Mina ngangizonda, mina ngavala ama-bottle store Monday to Thursday. Azovula Friday, Saturday, Sunday sonke sisontweni yavalwa.
Wena ungathi nginicimela igesi. Yabona lo
Siyathandaza. We are praying country now. If asithandazi sifana nase Dubai, phela ezi Dubai bayenzani? Literally there would be a time whereby everything stops, especially Friday. Ngo one, shops close, the
it's
whole
Kansabo
city
Thandaza.
goes to pray
Wow.
and stuff like
That is
that.
so
Exactly.
nice.
So imagine if we could have that type of system
Manje
in South
ufuna
Africa.
ukwenza izinto zaseDubai lana.
Thandaza.
Yes, yes.
8 till 12. Siyathandaza. Laba bafuna i-parking store.
Hayi kungaqubuka enye imasha singayazi. Kungamashwa enye into ongayazi. Ngavalwa iSouth Africa yonke.
Mongalaleli, we stone you. Go back to that old law.
Angeke nje kulunge angeke. But anyway, yeah, that was fantastic. Like we need young blood,
Hey, we
man.
do, though. Like that's
Labantu
just the reality,
bakhathele.
guys. Bakhathele bazobe bangekho. Yabona into engibhorayo. Bazobe bakuphi, guys? With all these things that they are implementing
Exactly.
like bazobe bakuphi to actually see them play out.
I'm telling you.
Yithi manje sobe sisele nalezo zinto ama-ideas abo. We need fresh young blood. fresh
Technology
ideas.
is growing. Abayazi.
Abayazi.
AI.
AI.
Hey, guys, no.
Umuntu akakwazi ukungena ku WhatsApp group. Ufanja ngaleso sikhathi uyiminister, whole minister.
Exactly.
Awu wahle ngicabanga mabaceda bafaka bo age. Imagine ugogo. Umuntu aka 1955 ukuthi azomela amasoja wasesa impi mengaqubuka kuba njani lana. Kuzenzakalani?
Hi.
Hi guys, no. But anyway, I really hope
1955.
Google 1955.
Usashaya attention, no,
You.
Uqokaveli an army ashaya attention.
Guys, yes, Maruwa uphethe amasoja
Sure.
wase South Africa. Amasoja
Sure.
wase South Africa are literally under her.
Slido ugogo, guys.
Ngiyakutshela iTRC mangeza ngapha Messiah. Oh, so bona enye into singayazi, hey. But anyway, guys, this is Socialites. Don't forget to press the subscribe button over here, and then we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Right here.
Bye.
Bye.